Today I fucked up by asking for boob milk at Trader Joe's. I'm 18F and I've been having issues with my body image lately, and it's partly because I recently broke my diet I've been on for months. One of my insecurities has to do with my tummy. It is a tad pudgy, and months back when I started doing research to see what I could do to get rid of this pudge. I've been working out for 2 years, so I'm toned all around. I was just so sad about my soft tummy. I figured out that it came from food intolerances. I've always known I'm lactose intolerant, but I've always ignored it because good God, I love cheese. I would have cheese every day, yogurt every day, all that. Whenever I went to the movie theaters, I would get nachos with extra cheese on the side so I can drink the cheese. Can you guess what country I'm from? I decided if I really wanted to fix this insecurity of my pudge, I would have to stop eating dairy. So I did that, and I stuck to it for months, of course, having little cheat days. This diet helped me so much physically and mentally. However, this past month I fell back into my bad ways and got my tummy back. So yesterday I went to Trader Joe's for my grocery run and looked for lactose-free milk. This was my first time getting this. A friend recommended it to me since I like making smoothies, and I've been getting tired of almond milk and can't have the whole milk I so desperately want. I couldn't find the lactose-free milk, so I went to an associate and asked, "Do you have any lactate milk?" The way this man looked at me with so much disgust made my heart drop, and I got a bit defensive because I was already having a bad day, so we got into a small argument. This is basically how it went. Do we have what? Lactate milk. Why? What do you mean why? Do you have it or not? I'm sorry, but we do not have time for jokes today. What are you talking about? I just want the milk. Why the hell would we have breast milk? I explained to him that I needed a different type of milk because of my intolerance. He understood and we apologized to each other, and I realized that the milk is called lactate, not lactate. The dude was around my age, so I'm glad it wasn't an older person that didn't think I was completely stupid. The Trader Joe's man and I talked for a bit and we agreed we both had a brain fart. He said he was having a stressful day and should have known what I meant by lactate. I got his Instagram and we are friends now. I didn't get my milk though. The specific one my friend recommended was out of stock. TLDR. I asked for lactate milk instead of lactate. Trader Joe's man snapped at me and now we are friends. So it ended well, but I'm still embarrassed. Also, the word is lactose, not lactose or lactose. To be clear, all animal milk is boob milk from a lactating animal. X200B. Also, why would the dude think breast milk and not anything else? I don't get how someone hears lactate and immediately thinks breast milk instead of lactose-free milk. Have you considered that you might have had a pudgy belly not because you're lactose intolerant, but because you were just eating way too much cheese? No offense, but it sounds like your diet before was horrible. You were regularly drinking the nacho cheese sauce from the movie theater. I'd love to know more about your current diet. You might be able to tolerate dairy just fine. Isn't all milk boob milk? Thinking face. I'm sorry, but that guy is more than a little weird. Any normal grocery worker's first assumption would be that you want lactose-free milk, which has been a common grocery item for decades. Also, I'm surprised beyond words that you got a Trader Joe's employee to argue with you at all, regardless of what he thought you were up to. They are the most happy and helpful bunch of perpetually smiling people I've ever seen. I would have imagined that the least pleasant thing they'd ever do is go get a manager to deal with you. Lactate is a verb. Every animal that produces milk lactates. It is not equivalent to human breasts specifically. This guy is crazy. Why would lactose affect how tight your tummy area is? I'm quite intrigued by the science behind. This post reads like the pregnate video. I too struggle with lactose and toddler ants. The fact you spelled lactose like 4 different ways in this single post has me not remotely surprised you had no clue what lactate was. LMAO. You can't just work a retail job and be serious, that shit'll kill you. When I worked at Walmart, I had a customer come up to me in electronics and ask what we had in the modem department. I said modems. Whenever I went to the movie theaters I would get extra cheese on the side so I can drink the cheese. Extra cheese? Cheese? I don't get any cheese at the movie theater. What cheese do your movie theaters have? I'm sorry, but if someone asked for lactate milk and the brand is Lactaid, I can make the fucking leap. Homeboy didn't know what was going on either. He's got a today I fucked up story too. Lactate milk does not mean breast milk. I am not sure what that nut was on about. What you said is almost identically the pronunciation for Lactaid. Do they go insane every time someone comes in with a slight accent? You weren't in the wrong at all. From lactose to lactose to lactose. Oh boy. FYI, it's completely normal to have a belly even when you're super thin. X200B. Also drink almond milk. Best milk. I'm so confused, did you spell it out for them? Lactate isn't even a thing. If someone said lactate and I knew what lactate was, a sane person would assume they just heard it wrong and show the person lactaid. If it was an older person, they would have instantly known that lactate meant lactaid, since they even sound the same, and you would have just gotten your milk. You lost me at drink the cheese. Ah. LOL. I'm 18. My diet. Drink the cheese. Probrachi. Lactose, lactose, lactate milk. Dog skull. There's so many spelling errors in this post, I 100 believe it happened. If you're lactose intolerant, dairy can certainly make you bloated. But if you're trying to lose weight, that's down to calorie tracking. Someone link the How Men How Women Tells a Story meme please. Can you guess what country I'm from? Ah. Wisconsin? I've made that mistake too. I don't drink milk, but my girlfriend did and sent me to the store. The embarrassment is somewhere between saying you too when a waiter says enjoy your meal and that cringe montage in the back of your mind when trying to sleep at 4 a.m. If anything, the man fucked up for not realizing such a simple mistake. The first thing I thought when I read lactate was, oh, he means lactate probably. I don't know if you've tried it, but oat milk is much nicer than almond, if you want to give plant milks another go. I only drink the finest Cambodian breast milk. P. Diddy. Try soy milk. Much better than almond. There's quite a few comments on here, so I don't know whether OP will see this. I'm lactose intolerant, have tried a lot of brands. Lactaid is not a brand that works for most, if not all, lactose intolerant people. I would not recommend that brand even to my worst enemy. It's almost as though they put regular milk in their bottles, claim that it's lactose free. I doubt that conversation would have even happened if the person was not your age. They would have giggled and asked if you meant the other. The more mature employees 24 wouldn't go to this person is trying to prank me and instead would think this young person is clueless buffoon but harmless. And kids, this is how I met your father. This was intolerable to read. I can't eat burnt bread. I'm lactose intolerant. You just aren't very good at words, are you? It would have taken all my willpower to not laugh in your face at that. At least it ended well. Either you or the guy is an expert getting into the DMs. Props to whomever. There are also lactose pills you can take before eating any lactose.